Here's a myth I hear all the time. Once I hit 65, Medicare will cover my healthcare costs, so I don't need to worry. It sounds reassuring, you've paid into the system, so it should take care of you, right? But here's the truth. Medicare is important, but it doesn't cover everything. In fact, healthcare, including long-term care, is one of the biggest and most underestimated expenses in retirement. I'm Rim Rawashte, a wealth advisor and CFA charter holder. I help families in their 40s, 50s, and 60s protect what they built, grow it wisely, and pass it on with clarity. Today, we're busting the myth that Medicare alone will cover your healthcare needs. We'll talk about the real costs, the gaps, and how to prepare so you're not caught off guard. The myth is that Medicare is a complete healthcare solution. But here's reality. Medicare covers hospital stays, doctor visits, and some prescriptions. What it doesn't cover: long-term care, most dental, vision, hearing, and a wide range of out-of-pocket costs. That means if you don't plan for these expenses, they can quickly eat into your retirement savings. Let's take an example. A healthy couple retiring at 65 today might spend over $300,000 on healthcare in retirement, not including long-term care. If one spouse needs assisted living or nursing home care, costs can double. I've seen families shocked by $6,000 to $8,000 in monthly bills for care. That's when you realize healthcare is one of the biggest financial blind spots. So how do you prepare? Think in terms of three categories. Medical coverage, Medicare plus supplemental or advantage plans for doctor visits, hospital, and prescription. Out-of-pocket costs, deductibles, copays, dental and vision, and hearing. Long-term care, assisted living, home care, or nursing facilities, often the biggest wild card. By planning for all three, you avoid surprises and keep control of your future. So let's bust it clearly. The myth, Medicare will cover my healthcare and retirement, and the truth, Medicare covers part, but not the most expensive parts. Healthcare is often the second or third largest retirement expense after housing and food. Ignoring it doesn't make it cheaper. Planning for it makes it manageable. I had a client who assumed Medicare would take care of everything. Then her husband needed long-term care and the bills were overwhelming. We worked together to restructure, using long-term care insurance, setting aside reserves, and aligning investments to cover those costs. The financial stress lifted, and they could focus on care, not bills. That's what planning is really about. So what can you do today? 3 steps. Understand Medicare's limits. Know what's covered and what isn't. Budget for out-of-pocket costs. Build in dental, vision, and other expenses. Plan for long-term care, whether that's insurance, savings, or a family strategy. Don't leave it to chance. A healthcare plan is just as important as an investment plan. Healthcare is one of the most underestimated retirement costs. Medicare is valuable, but it's not complete. Without a plan, it can derail even the strongest retirement portfolio. With a plan, it can become just another expense you're prepared for. If you'd like help building healthcare costs into your retirement strategy, let's talk. You can reach me at rzrwealth.com. And if this gave you clarity, subscribe and join me next time when we'll bust another myth, that the 4% withdrawal rule always works. Thanks for watching, and here's to planning for the care you deserve.